Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week I am finally tackling my dirty tiles. I see the comments each week, girl. Anytime I upload something and you see the tiles, there just be some comments that are like, Dainty, you gotta clean that grout, girl. I hear you. I took on board, and that is what we're gonna do in today's video. No messing around, I'm gonna get straight into the video and we can have the chats after. Here is the before of my dirty grout. I actually don't know what the original grout colour would have been on this. I don't think it would have been white. I definitely think it was a lighter tone because it's kind of evenly gone this dark colour, which makes me assume that it possibly could have been this colour or just slightly brighter. This is the secret, girls. This is my secret weapon. I think it was less than £25, including the shipping to Ireland. It's basically grout paint and it self-seals. Now I did prep my tiles and I made sure that I mopped down and cleaned the tiles the night before. And then I simply just painted it on, and then with a wet cloth I wiped down the sides. Now on the bottle it says that you've got 60 minutes to do this, but I found that by doing a line or two and then wiping, it was much easier for me to get like an even kind of neat line. I'm actually using an old concealer brush. You could probably use a skinnier brush, but I just found I got a nice line with the wet rag. And this was a little bit painstaking, but I just popped on a couple of podcasts and I just tackled this. I got this done on a Sunday, and then it took me an evening then to do the kitchen. As you can see, my tiling area is a large space. So this goes from my hallway into the downstairs small bathroom into the kitchen. So it covers a lot of ground. So I think I deserve a point for tackling this job. I love how this has turned out, and with a little bit of elbow grease it looks like I've got, I think, like a new floor, or at least it looks bigger, it looks cleaner, and I reuse what I already had. So a couple of you are probably going to be like, why didn't you just paint them? So I am still not fully convinced on tile paint. I have tested some tiles. So when I moved in, this floor was already here, and there was some spare tiles left in the hot press and under the sink. So I used them spare tiles to test out some primers and some tile paint. I don't like the texture of tile paint, and you know I will paint anything. And my theory with it is, yes, paint your floor tiles in the likes of like an ensuite or somewhere that is a lower traffic area. But I am constantly cleaning the tiles downstairs, so hoover, mop, because they're light in tone as well, you find yourself mopping. And I just don't think, for example, my kitchen presses have like lasted 5 years, but I don't walk on them every day. And I also think the stenciled tiles, they look really cool, but I think they date quite quickly. I have an ensuite upstairs that I don't mind testing out some tile paint and doing something like that. But for my downstairs, I didn't want to wreck this because it's going to be so expensive. Like if I paint my tiles and it goes wrong, it's a huge area. Like this tile covers my kitchen, bathroom and hallway. So that's why I decided to try this first. The hunt goes on to find a decent tile paint. I've just used some tester pots that I bought myself, and yeah, not fully convinced yet. I don't like the texture and the finish of it on tiles, because tiles are supposed to be smooth. I think I'd sooner learn how to tile than paint them, if that makes sense. But I know lots of people paint tiles and it's really cool, but I've yet to feel comfortable doing it. I'll pop a link to that grout reviver. No affiliation with them, I literally bought it off Amazon. I seen a girl in the US, she had this grout reviver, but when I went on to Amazon, the UK website, I couldn't get that brand. So I think maybe they're under a different brand for UK and Europe. So I'll link to both of them, they're really similar items. And yeah, I literally painted it on with an old concealer brush. Thanks Karen, lovely girly bits, for giving me her used makeup brushes that I can use to paint furniture. Last thing I want to add is this took me a full Sunday. Obviously I took breaks in between, and then last night I had to finish off the kitchen. So say you're looking at 12 hours. For this space, I have a big space. If you have a smaller room, you're gonna do it much quicker. But I had bathroom, hallway and kitchen, so you're looking at 12-ish hours for that. But yeah, I just popped on a few podcasts. I also want to talk about the baking soda method. I tested that, so you can use bleach. And I was not using bleach in my house with the 2 cats. Like, you can bleach them and that brings it up, but it stinks. And you can also do, like, I think it's baking soda and vinegar and scrub it with a toothbrush. I tested that on a patch doing the baking soda ages ago. Someone had actually suggested it and it did lift, but not to like what I'm after doing here. So for me, this was kind of the best option. So let me know if you give it a bash. Dirty grout no more, girls. So don't be giving out about the dirty grout. I hope you found this week's video useful. If it was, please share it. You can tag me on Instagram. Don't forget to give it a cheeky thumbs up and a like, and I'll catch you all in next week's video. Bye everyone.